You're listening to Life Without Limits with Tom and Bunny.
If you're under 18, this podcast is not for you.
These are our opinions and what works for us well in the lifestyle community.
You can see all of our videos and listen to all of our other podcasts at TomandBunny.com.
Now, enjoy the podcast.
Enjoy. Hello, everybody. We are Tom and Bunny coming to you semi-live from Alabama. Alabama. And today we're going to talk about...
being too aggressive?
Too aggressive. Can you be too aggressive?
Yes.
And we're going to do this in two parts because we have a part 2 which will come out next Monday. Mm-hmm. So this is part 1 of aggressive behaviors.
Right, and we're doing it in 2 because now we're a little long-winded. So we're trying to break up our podcast a little bit shorter for y'all.
Right. Half hour might be too long, so we're going to break it down to 15 minutes.
Yes.
If you are listening to this on Spotify, iTunes, or any podcast site, because we are doing our podcast on video, we may be doing visual interpretations. Although we're talking about it, if you want to see the visual interpretations or watch me and Bunny actually sitting here on our desk with our beautiful bar behind us, go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TomandBunny.
TomandBunny.
I got Bunny trained.
Finally, 34 years later.
Right. So now, one thing is, later this week, we are going to be doing an unboxing and a review of the Puckish personal massager.
Yes.
Hold on, but
right
they can't see
here.
you yet, Bunny, because I have this up on the screen.
Fine.
It is by letspphix.com. So if you want to go look at the Puckish personal massager, you can actually take a look at it. And here's Bunny showing the box. You got to hold it up higher.
I was trying to get it in the good lighting.
You got to get in the good lighting. All right. So the people contacted us, and then they asked if we would review specifically this item. We have not unboxed it, but we have looked at their items on their website, and we hope this goes good because we would love to review all their items.
Yes, so we'll be doing that this week. Gosh, I'm tongue-tied today.
Yep.
But I definitely am
Bunny's
looking
all
forward
excited.
To it. Always new toys are always good.
Always new toys are exciting. Now, if you are a company and you deal with anything human sexuality or lifestyle friendly or anything, we aren't commercials or anything, but a lot of our viewers do not know about you, or you might be so big that everyone knows about you, but a lot of times people contact us and then we talk about it on camera and show people physically what it is and what it looks like, what it does, and talk about it. Go to our website, TomandBunny.com, and click on the contact link and contact us, and let's see if we can review one of your items. And we don't really review.
No. I just like to say how it worked for me and how if it's good, not good.
Right. Well, let's just put it this way.
Nothing is ever negative.
If we don't believe in an item, we do not put it on our video.
We will not endorse it.
If we believe in an item, we will put it on a video. We won't talk anything negative because we feel that you should interpret your own negativity. We just want to tell you what we liked about a specific item.
Right, because like we always say that it's just our opinion.
It's only our opinion, and it doesn't mean squat to anybody.
No.
And you should be a leader, not a follower. You should make your own opinions.
Yes, and your own decisions on whether you like something or not.
All
and
right.
like we always say, if you don't like it the first time, try it the second.
Try it 2 or 3 times. Try it different ways. Try it in different mindsets. Mm-hmm. Everyone's too quick to make a negative opinion, but they don't take time to develop a positive relationship with said device.
Said device.
Said device.
And intimate personal contact with it.
Intimate personal massager. So we just want to let you know that we just got this in. I had surgery last week, a week before. So we got it in and we told them we'd get right on it, but it has been about a week and a half. And we haven't unboxed it because we want you to see our expressions when we unbox it.
Yeah. It's still nice and sealed tight.
And immediately we're going to go from unboxing to the bedroom. We're going to play with it for a little while. Then we're going to come back. We're going to start the camera up, and we're going to tell you what we liked or did. Well, not really what we didn't like about it, but we will talk about all the pros we can.
Right, and all the cool little features it might have.
Absolutely. So, all right. So with that said, too aggressive.
Too aggressive.
All right. One thing that Bunny has her part 2, so she's going to start off part 2. My part is I'm the one that usually goes on the websites like Kasidie, SwingLifestyle, SDC, and we invite you to join all 3 of those sites. Go down in the description of this video or on our website, click one of the links, because on all 3 of those sites, you get free time, and they're great sites. There's hundreds of sites out there, but those are the top 3 that we use all the time. Mm-hmm. And one thing I noticed on them is all the time I see, we must develop a friendship first. And if you are aggressive, you do not need to apply. And I'm thinking, you're on a lifestyle, non-monogamy website. We got to watch our P's and Q's, sorry. And you're gonna hold the reins back of actually using the site for what its intended purpose was. Mm-hmm. And we don't understand that. Me and Bunny, we know within the first few minutes talking to a couple if we'll go any farther or we don't go anywhere with that couple. Mm-hmm. And there's no reason to make it a 3-month-long or 6-month-long becoming best friends issue, because we may not be friends, but we could play together.
Yeah.
We may be compatible in play, but incompatible in friendship.
And it's happened?
It has happened. Some people just have different ways of thinking, but they sure as hell are fun to play with.
You can relate that to an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend or something like that, too. You may not be compatible in life you see eye to eye on everything, but you can certainly have fun in the bedroom.
Right. And I always say, somebody has to make the first move.
And it's usually always you.
It's usually me, because one of the things is me and Bunny have been doing this for 24 years now. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people so we got people that have met one couple on a website, and the opposite couple comes to us separately. They don't know they each came to us. And what they say to us is, oh my God, we love this couple. We had a great time. But we don't want to come across as the aggressive people. So none of them had made moves because everyone's playing the stalemate game. Mm-hmm. And I always say, somebody's got to make a first move. And they're like, well, we don't want to ruin something that could possibly happen. I'm thinking, but possibly has not happened. So how are you ruining something that has not happened? You might get in that situation and hate it. Mm-hmm. And you spend 6 months, a year trying to get to that point.
And we've been there.
And you get to the playroom or bedroom scenario, and you are totally not compatible.
Yeah, we have had that happen to us. They're great. They're great friends and great people, but
great partiers,
but it was boring.
It was boring, or the sexual chemistry wasn't there.
No,
So our advice, and we don't use advice. We don't advise you, anybody to do anything. What we use as our rule of thumb is we would rather meet someone if we know we are game on, ready to go. Mm-hmm. We make a move, and we try to knock that out of the way, because that's the most intimidating part, is going into a play aspect and getting naked in front of someone for the very first time.
Mm-hmm. I think, and for me, it's more intimidating to ask.
Yeah, well, and that's where I had to grow nuts and do it myself. Because if I didn't bring it up and just say, hey, and I do it politely, I just say, hey, I just want to put this out there.
Yes.
We're interested. If you guys are interested, all you got to do is flip the switch and say yes, and it's game on. Mm-hmm. Now, we can know right away if a couple goes, well, we got to think about it for a while. Then we know at that point we need to move on, only because that couple may never commit.
Right, right. So,
and we're in this lifestyle to have fun.
Especially if you're in a club setting or a convention or somewhere else. And if you want to play for that night, then, hey, if it's not going to go anywhere, then you just say, hey, I'm sorry. We've had a great conversation, but we're going to move on.
Right. I mean, we
easy as that.
We're not whores. We do have.
No.
We are picky. Everyone should be picky in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody should ever take one for the team.
No.
To give you an example, we were at a Vegas convention years ago, and this couple kept staring at us from across the pool, and I took note of that. I mean, it was direct eye contact. It was piercing eye contact. And it was the make no mistake about it, we want you contact.
Right.
And I kept nudging Bunny. I'm like, man, a couple, everywhere we go, they are staring at us. And that was very flattering.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they actually approached us.
Yes.
And she sat on my lap. Bunny went to the bathroom. She looks at me and says, we're game if you are. Bunny comes from the bathroom, and I said, grab your shit. We're going to play. Bunny goes, I don't know the guy. And I'm like, well, get to know his name on the way to the room. Let's go. And it was kind of awkward. I don't think he was prepared for as quick as it happened.
You thought it was great.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was completely awkward.
So I guess you got to know someone for at least 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not 5 seconds.
No. That one was awkward for me in the gentleman. I mean, that's where people talk about taking one for the team.
And it wasn't a negative take.
It wasn't a negative taking one for the team. It was just too quick.
Too quick.
Mm-hmm.
So. But they had been looking at us for 3 days.
Well,
and we were looking at them, so attraction-wise, we were both game on.
Right. And then afterwards, we got to know them, and yeah, I definitely would,
do a round two
and go there again. But the first situation was a little awkward, and that's why I always say if something just didn't work the first time, and if it's not life-threatening or it's not going to hurt you, then yeah, try it again.
Right. Many of our friends have played sometimes the first time and never played at all. And me and Bunny have always scratched our heads and thought, you might not have had a good time the first time, unless it was just really that bad.
Yes.
But if it was mediocre, mm-hmm. Why not go and explain to the people, hey, you know what? We had a good time, but you know what? It just wasn't what we were looking for. We're looking for this. And the other people might go, oh, we were being reserved because we didn't know you wanted to go 90 miles an hour. We were going 20 miles an hour.
Right.
So it's a communication issue too.
Oh, definitely. If you have a freak flag, let it fly.
Let it fly. Let the people know that all holds are removed.
Yeah. So definitely, just asking if people want to play or take it further, that's not being aggressive at all.
No, but a lot of new couples feel it is too aggressive.
Well, I mean, if you just sit down at somebody's table and say, hey, you want to...
That is aggressive. But if you've spent a half an hour or an hour with the couple and you got a room full of 300 people, mm-hmm. Are you going to spend that time, effort, energy, financial, everything based on one couple who, if they're not interested, they might be interested next week, next month, next year. You could still get to know them, but you could still go play with other people.
Right. And that's why I say it's always a good thing to say, hey, you know what? We're going to go ahead and go on and meet other people.
Go meet people.
Yes. Definitely.
But yeah, when you invest that kind of money, time, effort, and energy and commitment, you don't want to sit there and babysit, because more times than not, we have heard the complaint of they wasted a night because they felt obligated to sit there with that couple.
Yes.
And you are not obligated. You have not developed a relationship.
Right. And that's why we always say, if you're going to meet somebody for the first time and you have the option to go to a club, it's always a good thing to go to the club, because then that way, if you guys don't hit it off, there's how many other people that you could possibly meet.
Absolutely.
And our number one rule, don't go in the same vehicle.
Don't
take
go
your
in the
own
same.
vehicle.
Yeah, take your own vehicle.
We've seen that one.
We've seen
end
too many
badly.
people become internet lifelong BFFs only to go to a club together, and all of a sudden they realize they have nothing in common and they want nothing to do with each other. And one couple usually ends up getting stranded and has to get a taxi. And sometimes, like the club we ran, we were an hour from anywhere. So,
Yes.
and getting a taxi there was impossible.
Yes,
So always go on your own. That's another podcast.
it is.
So write that down in your notes.
Yes.
So we're going to be doing part 2 next week, and that one's going to be aggressive or optimistic.
Yep.
So tune in next week, and thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and definitely follow us, like us, subscribe to us on our Instagram and Twitter and on our YouTube channel.
Yes. YouTube.com.
YouTube.com/TomandBunny.
TomandBunny.
I got her half trained now.
I'm getting there.
You're getting there. So, all right. The website's on the screen, TomandBunny.com. And we look forward to talking to you next week. And look later on this week for the toy, the personal massager.
The
puckish. And we will be putting that online.
Yes.
All
we'll
right.
see you soon.
Goodbye.